The formula G is equal to 18 minus x over 60, so G is equal to 18 minus x over 60, gives the number of gallons of gasoline left in a car after driving x miles. How many gallons remain after driving 240 miles? Okay, let's create our given list. Our formula, G is equal to 18 minus x over 60. Now, we're going to say that G is gallons, because that's what we're talking about. And x is miles, because that's what they're telling us. Okay, well, what's actually is it asking us? It's asking us how many gallons remain after driving 240 miles. Well, x is miles. So they're saying if x is equal to 240 miles, how many gallons? And we know gallons is G. So what is G? That's it. That's what they're asking. That's how you digest this problem. Now, the only thing that really looks scary here is the formula, right? But if you think about it, all this says is you're taking 18 and then subtracting some sort of fraction, where x is whatever we're plugging in. So we're going to say, okay, well, I don't know what G is. We know what x is, so let me solve for how many gallons that is. So x is 240 over 60. And what is this equal to? We can cancel out the zeros, and you can say 18 minus 24 over 6. 18 minus 4 equals to 14. So therefore, 14 gallons remain after driving 240 miles. The total cost, f of x in dollars, to rent a moving truck for 12 days from a company is given by the function f of x is equal to 12x plus 250. Where x is the daily rent rate in dollars, what is the total cost when the daily rental rate is $75? Again, given list, and this is highlighting key information. Total cost is f of x, which is important. To rent a moving truck for 12 days from a company. So to rent a truck for 12 days, this is the formula. Well, what does this say? Essentially, this says that total cost, right, f of x, which is what they tell us here, is equal to 12. Well, we know 12 days, right? So 12 days times x plus 250. And x in the next part tells us that it's that it is the daily rental rate. There we go, in dollars. So we're saying, okay, 12 days multiplied by the total cost, so like the cost per day, plus a starting fee of $250. Basically, no matter how many days pass, whether it's 1 or 0 or 2 or 10 or 500, we're always going to pay $250. That's never going to change. Even if we have 0 days or 0 total cost, so it doesn't cost you anything to run, so this is 0, you're going to have to pay $250, even though we know that's not going to be the case. So what is the total cost when the daily rental rate is $75? Okay, cool. Well, if x is the daily rental rate, then we can just say f of x is total cost, and we need to figure out what that is. So f of x is equal to 12. Our rental rate is $75 times 75 plus 250. 12 times 75 is 900 plus 250 is equal to $1,150. So what we just figured out is that the total cost when the daily rental rate, or x, is $75 is going to be $1,150. The total cost f of x in dollars to lease a storage unit for 6 months is given by the function f of x is equal to 6x plus 120. Where x is the monthly payment in dollars, what is the total cost when the monthly payment is $180? Again, this is exactly the same as before, so take a second to solve it on your own. Okay, f of x is the total cost, 6x plus 120. X is the monthly payment in dollars. They're telling us, let's assume the monthly payment is $180. So 6 times 180 plus 120. 6 times 180 is 1080 plus 120, 1,200. So what we just said is that the total cost is $1,200 if monthly the payment is $180.